Continuing on with the strip down, I'm now going to do the tub. So, yep, as before, bolts at the back, a couple of supporting brackets here that join to the chassis. I've got to remove the seat and also these bolts on the side here, and so on and so forth, and the ones down here as well. There you go, these ones here. These have already been taken out, and the floor's already been taken out previously, so that's easy. Makes it hell of a lot easier now. So I'll just go around. I don't think I need to show you this. What I'll do is I'll come back when I've removed all the bolts, ready to take the tub off. All the bolts have been taken off, so the seal's loose. All these bolts have been taken off on the other side too. So effectively there shouldn't be anything holding it back. I guess there's going to be a little bit of adhesion there with the old rubber strip, so it might require a little bit of force. Maybe if I lift it up, there we go. Beautiful. Condition wise isn't too bad, just a little bit of dirt, a dead huntsman, just a little bit of surface rust there. I actually might be getting rid of this anyway, because I'm looking at possibly putting the other tank from the 109 as a spare, so I've got dual tanks. Huntsman. So just a little bit of damage here which I can pop out, because obviously it's not aligning to here, but that's pretty good. So we've got this here. Here we go. You probably won't see that, but there's a couple of bolts there that I need to deal with. So it might be just those two there and those two on the other side, and then of course then the back. But before I start doing that, I'm going to give this a bit of a clean up, because I've noticed that by me doing a little bit of work initially in cleaning up all the dirt around the threads and adding a bit of the diesel on there, it's just I hadn't had to cut anything yet. Touch wood. Now I'm probably going to have to, because I mentioned it. Right, so minor detail. I should have got to remove the tank first to get to those two bolts. That's fine anyway, because I have to remove it. So it's just the same principle as last time. Disconnect these two, disconnect that. Level sensor can just be disconnected like that. And I think we've got 3 bolts or so on either side holding the tank. So I'll basically get the jack under there to support the weight, and then drop it down. So as you've seen, the tank's out. I'm pretty much now able to get to, after I clean all this muck up, to get to these 2 bolts up here, 1 and 2. Right, so 10 bolts taken out. Tell you what, it's a bitch of a job to do once, let alone twice now with this one. But I didn't have to cut any. They're all come out. Some of them were a bit difficult, but they pretty much came out. Rightio. Everything is loose. What I'll do is I'll get these doors out of the way, so they don't interfere with me trying to move that out. And I think we should be pretty much right. So I've disconnected the wiring underneath, so there shouldn't be really anything left. Right, so as a bit of a test, perfect. Perfect. Good. I need to get over these tabs when I'm lifting it. bit of a double check. So far it's looking alright. And on the front here, it's looking all pretty good. So this is going to be interesting to try to, again, move it on my own at the front. So we're talking about the brackets in here. Here we go. Right, now she wants to start to slide backwards. Okay. Right, I think I better start doing this with both hands. Right, these were the things I couldn't collect earlier on. Well, I can say I'm super pleased. So what I'll do now is I'll give it a good clean up, get rid of all the dust and the dirt and so on. And once I've done that, I'll show you what it actually looks like underneath all the crud here. But so far it looks very, very promising. And of course the back here had the same issue with the 109. Although, must admit, this is a lot cleaner in there. There's not mud that's all caked up in there. In terms of corrosion, it's actually surprisingly good. Here we are underneath, you can see a little bit of corrosion there. And the back actually looks half decent as well, but again, I'll give it a good clean up and we'll see how we go.